Welcome back to another episode of Sailing into the Mystic. This is the second of 3 episodes about our sailing trip to Catalina Island. In our last episode, we started our journey aiming for the Channel Islands, and our trip was going well in the beginning. However, the sailing conditions were getting a little challenging.
It's only 47 miles. Wait, you're going 4 miles an hour. Okay.
And we were getting weather reports of super high winds at the Channel Islands as well. So we made a detour to Catalina Island.
Sailing vessel into the Mystic or Avalon Harbor Master?
During our week at Catalina Island, we explored the entire east coast of the island and had a blast visiting all the different coves. We stayed our first night in Hamilton Bay, and our next stop was the first empty cove we found, Willow Cove, which had a little rocky beach with a bench on it. It was our first morning waking up from a night on anchor at the island, and after seeing so many boats in Avalon, we couldn't believe we had this cove all to ourselves. Odd little sea creatures greeted us while Vinny completed his morning chores. It wasn't the best night of sleep, with roly-poly swells knocking us around, but the morning sea seemed to apologize with its stunning beauty and calming motions that put us into a meditative state. It was time to pull out the book that is known to be the Catalina Island Bible amongst sailors and see what we can learn about the island as we ventured up the coast. And lo and behold, there was a diagram that explained the mystery of our first night on the mooring ball. We weren't supposed to put a stern anchor out. We were supposed to find the other line from the mooring ball to put on our stern cleat. After breakfast, we brought up the anchor so we could find a new cove to play in, and we found Italian Gardens, which was a larger cove with 3 little beaches, each with their own name. The sea life there was more lively, and this cove seemed to be asking us to play. We sat in the boat for a while, feeling like we again had the world to ourselves, and we wondered how each little cove and beach got their names.
Back to the days of our ancestors when property was granted to men. Oh boy,
There we go.
I had that on camera.
Oh, no. I'm just stating history.
Yeah.
It's not a personal opinion.
The fish were jumping, and Tim wanted to go fishing.
Hey, we've got a new boarding policy on this boat.
Meanwhile, Vinny went to explore one of the beaches, the one he decided to name after himself. In the late afternoon, we had another great meal on the Traeger. And we all felt like life couldn't get any better than this.
Frozen salad.
You haven't eaten yours, you just spread it out to thaw it out,
My ice cream salad.
We have a little problem with our refrigerator.
It works too good.
It works too good.
Does it have a little bit of a limpness to the lettuce?
Is it browning?
Problem was that there was iceberg lettuce in it.
Right. Took a little bit.
No, we got it.
The next day, we continued on our trek and admired the scenery.
Okay.
We passed coves that other sailboats had claimed and admired how one particular boat threw a line to the rocks to avoid the uncomfortable sleep over the swells.
So he's perfectly straight into the swells last night.
Wow. We found Ripper's Cove that had one really nice sandy beach to walk around on.
Our next adventure.
But I could take it to the bank, pretty deep right there.
Yep. We encountered a nursery of bat rays while snorkeling there. A group of bat rays is called a fever, and there was one right underneath our boat where we anchored. We also had a very rare sighting of another sea creature. We wanted to sleep in two harbors that evening, so we picked up anchor and continued along our east coastal tour of the island.
Wow, that's cool.
We saw some blowholes in the rocky cliffs and noticed that the further we went up the coast, the more isolated it got.
Yeah, that looks like a nice calm anchor for staying the night.
There are multiple coves to moor in at two harbors, two of which are 4th of July and Isthmus coves. We quickly discovered that the wind blows very hard at two harbors. Need to get pulled over because it's so windy. Being pushed into the other mooring balls. We're at two harbors. The harbor master had to come help us because we kept getting blown away.
Probably good. Go ahead and clean it off right there.
Harbors and picked ourselves up a mooring ball. We're now getting ready to get on the dinghy. Bit of a wind here. Isthmus Cove, I guess you call it. Walk across to Cat Harbor and back, and then probably do a little shopping and back to the boat. We know that we won't be swaying like we were last night, so I think we'll get a better sleep. Two Harbors got its name from the fact that it is Catalina's narrowest point, and you can see the harbors on both sides of the island when you stand in the middle of town. We decided to go for the walk and check it out. There's one side. And there's the other side. Literally is like half a mile or less. But windy. And then fuel up in town with ice, fresh produce, and Mai Tais.
I'm going to help you out by shifting my weight. I'm just not going to tell you what I do.
I'll say ready.
1, 2, 3.
Here we go.
I will.
Oh,
Hang on.
That's helping me, honey.
I'm shifting
That's
my
helping
waist.
me. I think they're teaming up against us.
I'm trying to shift my weight.
Big leap.
All right, push off.
We experienced a super windy night, and while it was calm when we first woke up, it didn't take long for the wind to pick up again. So we left early to continue exploring the coast up to the very tip of the West End. There were clear blue skies right here at the island, but a thick marine layer not too far out. We turned the last bend of the coast and anchored in Parson's Cove. It was a small, unprotected cove, but there was a lot to explore. Tim and Vinny found some caves to swim into, and they brought back some treasures. After only a couple of hours, the wind got so bad, we decided to abandon our idea of reaching the very tip. We could see it from where we were in Parson's Cove, so we figured that was good enough. We sailed downwind with just the head sail. landed on a mooring ball in Emerald Bay. This cove was much larger, and the hillside seemed to block some of the wind for us. There was a little rock formation protecting a mini kelp forest, and Vinny wanted to do a little snorkel before dinner. And no, that is not a stern anchor. We are Catalina mooring pros now.
Whoa!
Oh, graceful. Very graceful.
Oh, that hurts.
Why don't you let the rope out for me next time?
Another lovely dinner coming up, and we were looking forward to a nice, restful evening on calmer waters. Then we noticed a problem with the masterhead. Our toilet was overflowing and draining into the shower and then into the bilge. So we had to make some calls to the harbor master and found that there was a free dump station back at Two Harbors. Knowing that it would take us at least 30 minutes to get there, and it was already late at night, the harbor masters were very accommodating, and we managed to get our mooring reservation for the night switched to Two Harbors. I think we're day 5 in our trip, and we have to empty at least one of the tanks already.
It shouldn't go down.
Okay.
So we...
It's just
It
about them
wasn't
anyway. It
our
should be flushed out anyway.
It wasn't what?
It was not our tank.
Yep, it was the master bath tank, which we believe is much smaller than the guest tank for some reason. So we did an emergency pull-in from
There is a bathroom.
Emerald Bay.
Needs to...
This was another hard lesson for us, and now we know how long our blackwater tanks will last while sailing. Catalina Island has both mesmerized us and humbled us, but we are ready for more. Join us in our next episode as we wrap up our Catalina trip with some more epic drone footage and a beautiful showcasing of the kelp forest. Hello, sailing enthusiasts. I hope you're enjoying our videos. We're getting better at the filming and the editing. If you enjoyed this video, could you please give it a like? And if you haven't subscribed yet, it is free. It doesn't cost you anything.